Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So if you are struggle with your accent, or if you are insecure when it comes to speaking English, this video gonna be really helpful for you. And we got a new concept in our YouTube channel, which is we're gonna answer a question. We're gonna give you some advice from your question. So if you are new to this community, feel free to ask us any question and we're gonna make a video answering your question. So let's get started. So for this new concept, I got a question which is I think a lot of English learners have the same issue. So I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna give 5. I take note 5 action, and you too, if you are struggle, if you are not secure about your English, this could be really helpful for you. So let's do it. So this is the letter from one of the English non-native speaker. I am a freshman in college now, and I come from China. Chinese is my first language, but I have been studying in America and I'm quite fluent in English. However, I became very sad and frustrated because in college, people always ask me to repeat what I say. As time goes on, I become more insecure and afraid to speak up even more. This has never happened in high school. I went to a very diverse and small boarding school where people are used to different accents and cultures and listen to each other very well. But in college, I got to a massive state school where people don't listen as much. Every time I say something, I always afraid that they won't understand me and will dislike me. I don't think I'm supposed to be bad at speaking English at all. In high school, I won the mock trial state champion. I'm the president of our school's congressional debate club and have always loved public speaking. Speaking English never bothered me and I always kick ass in my debate competition. However, in college, everything just becomes so different. I guess in competition, I can speak really slowly and clearly when I do so very deliberately. But in everyday life, I tend to speak very rapidly, slow, and have an accent. Even with all my mock trial championship and public speaking experience, I feel insecure, and this growing insecurity just makes me speak English even worse. I feel like I can't communicate with people and I'm isolated. What do I do? Wow, that's really a sad letter, and I think that this person is not alone. I think there are a lot of English learners out there which struggle with make themselves understandable by native, or become more insulated just because of the fact that they don't want to be having an awkward experience. So I got you, because here I am living in the US as well, and I had the same problem, and I know exactly like when we became so lonely just because of the language barrier. So I am happy to help you today with your letter. So let's start. Okay, John, let's say the name of this guy is John. It's not sound really Chinese, but okay, let's say his name is John. Okay, John, first of all, my first tip for you is stop thinking it's all about you, because it's not you. If someone don't want to listen to you because of the fact that maybe you try in the past, like asking of one of your fellow student in college like a question, and you feel like they don't even want to listen to you. The thing that I want you to put in your mind is that it's not all about you. Maybe this person had a bad day or in rush, because that's another thing. Like, we feel like we have to speak English like really quickly because one of the stereotypes is that American, or yeah, because you're in America right now, are like really busy people and wanna do things really quick, and it feel like, because I used to have that insecurity, like I constantly have to speak really fast because people want something really quick, and the thing is, like, not everyone is like that. Okay, there are some people who is in rush all the time. There are some people who maybe had a bad day, maybe racist somehow, they don't want accent, someone who has an accent, but not everyone is like that. So I want you to shift that mindset, like thinking that everything is all about you. Move that self-centered view of the world, because it's not about you. If someone else hate or accent, it's not you, it's their perspective. Another thing is that stop psychoanalyzing every word. Like when you are in a conversation and someone says something, maybe it's not something that can have maybe that something is not related to you, but you take it like personally, or overthinking of everything, just because you feel like you are different, you are not like someone else, because you are not from here, you have your accent, and yeah, that's somehow show that's one of the signs of insecurity, like taking everything personally and overthinking of anything that someone else do. But that can change by shifting your way of seeing words, that it's not about you. People have their own life and you have your own, and not everyone is constantly looking at you, thinking of you and your accent. Number 2, make your thought your best friends. Our thought can be our worst enemy or our best friend. So it's up to you. It's your choice to make your thought your ally, your team. And another thing is that the quality of your thought gonna be affect the quality of your life. If you always have a bad thinking here, you said something in here like you always be afraid that they won't understand you and they will dislike you. That cannot help you. Actually, that thought have a little to do with the reality. Actually, you invent that fear, that thought. It's a fear, and that can be like something fictive, something that you made it up because of your past experience, or maybe because you think that you are different. But maybe not everyone will dislike you just because of your accent, just because of you are not from here. Okay, there are some people there are like a few who are doing that, but not everyone gonna do that. And most likely maybe they don't even think that they will dislike you. And yeah, maybe in most of the case, here in the US, like I've been in here for 2 years, and something that I noticed is that people really like diversity. They are really nice and kind, and when you have this accent, they are curious about where are you from, and they know that you have more things that you can put on the table, and they can learn from you. What I meant is that sometimes we create a fear, we create a thought that's gonna stop us to move forward, that's gonna stop us to speak up. Another thing is that you cannot control that. You said you have a fear that people gonna dislike you. Actually, you cannot control people. That's another thing, that's another topic. You cannot control how people gonna see you, how people gonna pursue. So here is the point. You have a choice. Rather focus on something that you can control, or let it go and forget about it, and focus on something that you can control. You can control your thought. You can make your thought your best friend. Okay, another thing, John, that I want to talk to you is about erase the pattern. You know, we have this kind of pattern like from our past experience. You know, maybe in the past you was having the same situation. Someone you try to talk with a native speaker and they don't understand, and then they said repeat again, and that situation happened over and over again. Maybe that happened when you first, maybe I don't know how long have you been in the US, but the thing is that the more you communicate, the more you being immersed with the language, you get better. And sometimes we take that for granted, the fact that we are improving, because it's not obvious. So maybe that was like when you just first moved in here in the US, that people always ask you to repeat again yourself. But now maybe I don't know how long have you been in here right now, but maybe right now if you give it a try, maybe people understand you more. So but you have this fear right now, you have this pattern in your mind right now that whenever I speak in English, this is gonna happen. So I want you to destroy that pattern. How to destroy that pattern? So first of all, it's gonna be related to the first one, knowing that it's not all about you. You know, it's not, the world is not turning around you. Stop that self view, like knowing that it's not about you, the world is not against you, and trying to do it more. Okay, so the more you do it, the easier it's gonna get. So that's my third point. My fourth point is about building your self-confidence. You said in your letter that you won a mock trial championship. I don't care if it's a mock. You won. That's the point. You won. You are smart. You even say that you speak fluently. The thing is that you just don't have the confidence. You know, there are a lot of people out. There are a lot of non-native speakers out there who speak English like really perfectly, but they don't even want to give it a try because of they don't have the confidence, you know. And that's something that you can build. How? First of all, the more you learn about something else, like if you want to get confidence in driving a car, drive more often, drive more. Okay, why I talk about driving a car? Okay, if you want to get better, if you want to build the confidence around something, learn more about that thing, because when you learn more about it, you feel like you are more skilled, and that's gonna boost your confidence. Another thing is like think of your achievement. You've achieved a lot of things. You won a championship. You are a president of public speaking. Wow, that's really impressive, you know. So remind yourself of your past achievement. That could be really help you to boost your confidence again. And the last thing that I want to talk today is about embrace your uniqueness. Okay, you have an accent, you are not from here, that's obvious, but instead of seeing it as a weaknesses, see it as your strength. You know, you speak two languages, and you are from another country, you have a lot of things that you can say. Okay, last but not least, this is just for John. So you said that you speak slowly when it comes like doing your public speaking, but you don't do that like in your real life. My advice for you is gonna be like try to speak slowly, because you want to communicate. You know, you are not in rush, and you want that the person will understand you. That's the point, communication. So if in order to make you understand by your interlocutor, speak slowly. It doesn't matter. There are no rules. Some another thing is like, which is the fact that, you know, it depends on the person, it depends on the native speaker who gonna speak with you. Sometimes they really get too used to your accent easily, and some people need more time to get too used to your accent. So give them that time to understand you, because yeah, even in your native language, even someone else who try to speak in your native language, they need time. You need time to understand them. Okay, and something that's really worse is that when you say like you are lonely right now just because of the language barrier. So I would like for you to start to speak, even saying hi at the park, you know, and start speaking little by little and making some video. You don't have to publish the video, but just make a video to get this flow, to get to used to listen to your voice, and even doing some podcasts that can really help you too. Another thing is try to communicate. You know, there are a lot of things that you can do. Is like trying to be in a meetup, you know, because there are a lot of Chinese club here in the US. You know, there are a lot of Chinese people here in the US, but I recommend that you have like a community with a native speaker or with a non-native speaker, but you have to speak in English. So you can have like there are a lot of community on Facebook or on Meetup or on Discord. So join those community. I think that's it, because this video gonna be really long. But for you guys, if you want the English Takeover to answer your question, send us an email and we're gonna make a video to help you, because we are here for you. And see you next week for a new video with another member of the English Takeover. So take care guys and have a wonderful week. Bye.